to lesson 4, eat to build muscle. So in the last lesson we discussed how to eat to lose fat. This lesson is about proper nutrition to build muscle. So, ladies, I want you to know that building muscle is important for you too. Even if you're not interested in building muscle, you just want to lose a few pounds. If you're afraid you're going to get bulky from weight training, don't worry, that's not going to happen. In fact, statistically, women who weight train are more likely to lose inches rather than gain them. So, I'm going to give you 4 quick reasons why building muscle is important for women and men. Number 1, building muscle strengthens your bones as well as your muscles. Did you know that, ladies?
Say that again.
Building muscle strengthens your bones as well as your muscles. So they've done research, and it shows that resistance training and diet is the best way to increase bone density, reducing the risk of osteoporosis. Reason number 2, building muscle is good for heart health. Research shows that weight training and diet can improve heart health by reducing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and heart attack. Number 3, building muscle makes you stronger mentally as well as physically. Building muscle through resistance training and diet can significantly improve your mental strength by boosting confidence, enhancing resilience to challenge, and improving mood through the release of endorphins. And reason number 4, building muscle may help you live longer. According to research, building muscle through resistance training and diet is strongly associated with longer lifespan, as maintaining muscle mass can significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases and improve overall health. Amen?
Amen.
So,
It might take you off some medications, right?
It very well might. Yeah. So, now that I've given you the whys of building muscle, let's get into how to build muscle. Again, I want to remind you, the number 1 reason you guys are going to get sick of me saying this, but I'm not going to stop until it sinks in. Okay? Then what's the number 1 reason people get discouraged and quit fitness? You tell me.
They don't follow their food plan.
They don't follow their food plan. Their nutrition isn't dialed in. So, if you're not overweight and your goal is to build muscle, you actually want to gain weight. So in that case, you see this little diagram on energy balance. In that case, you'll actually need to be in a calorie surplus. So how much of a calorie surplus depends on who you ask. Old school bodybuilders would eat 500 to 1,000 calories extra per day and gain a lot of fat with their muscles. If you ever seen those big bodybuilders off season, they're pretty large. So the fat, and it worked. You know, food is very anabolic or muscle building. So it worked, but the problem is they had to diet down for longer to lose all the fat before their competition, and in the process they would lose muscle along the way too. So the fact of the matter is, if you're in a calorie surplus and you're working out, even if you're not overweight, you will gain some fat along with the muscle. It's just a fact of life. But the goal, in my opinion, is to gain as much muscle and as little fat as possible. So you don't want to be eating 500 to 1,000 extra calories a day. That's pretty overkill. So I recommend starting at about 200 to 300 calories per day. And here's an example of a YouTube influencer guy. He ate 200 to 300 calories a day for 7 months and worked out, and you can see his before and after.
He only ate 300 calories and
a surplus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
200 to 300 calorie surplus per day. So if his maintenance was, say, 2,000, he's not going to eat 2,500 or 3,000 like old school bodybuilders. He would eat 2,200, maybe 2,300, right? So, and you can see he gained a decent amount of muscle and like no fat. So just as in weight loss, tracking your nutritional intake is non-negotiable. So it's just simply not possible to reach your calorie and macronutrient goals without some sort of diet tracking. So what if you're overweight and you want to build muscle? So in your case, if your goal is to lose weight and build muscle at the same time, you can be in a calorie deficit and still build muscle. As long as your body has all the raw materials it needs to build and repair tissue and enough energy to do so, you will build muscle. that energy can come from the food you eat, and it can come from fat stores in your body. So if you are not overweight and you want to build muscle, a small calorie surplus is in order. If you are overweight and you want to lose fat and build muscle, then you can eat in a calorie deficit and continue to make progress. Make sense? Action points. So if you're overweight and you've already worked through the last lesson's action points, then you're good to go. On the other hand, if you're not overweight and your goal is to build muscle, I want you to use the Spirit of Muscle calorie calculator to determine your daily calorie goals. And then number 3, use the nutrition tracking system of your choice to start tracking your diet and making progress. And so whether your goal is to lose weight or build muscle, or both, it's important to track your progress over time and make adjustments to your program as needed. So, for instance, if your goal is to lose weight and you're not losing a pound of weight, I talked about that a minute ago, then you can increase your calorie deficit slightly and see if that helps, right? See if that puts you back on track. If your goal is to build muscle and you're not gaining about half a pound a week, you may need to add a couple hundred calories a day and see if that puts you back on track. So, again, I remind you, the number one reason people get discouraged with fitness and quit is due to lack of progress. Because why?
Nutrition.
Their nutrition is not on point. So don't become a statistic. All right, so that is it for this lesson. I will see you in the next one.